Okay.
I am Cicely Allheiser.
I'm Macy Mack.
I'm Grace Endorf.
We are sophomore students at Mitchell High School. We are interviewing Sheryl Gruenewald. This interview is being conducted for our Honors 2 English Front Porch project.
Okay. When were you born?
1949.
What was your childhood like?
A lot different than it is now. We played outside. We walked to our friend's house. I grew up just with my mom and dad. My sister and brother were older, and my brother was 9 years older and my sister 7, so I kind of grew up as an only child.
What was your main form of transportation?
Walking and bike,
How far away did you live from school?
about a mile.
Where did you usually walk and bike to?
Friends' houses. I walked to school a lot of times. And we weren't allowed to wear jeans or slacks. We had to wear skirts. So when I walked a mile, I wore slacks underneath my skirt, and you had to take them off when you left. And this was at Mitchell High School.
For how many years did you walk to school? Like until what grade?
Probably till I got a car, 16.
How did you book hotels?
We rarely did, but if you did book a hotel, you just drove up to one that said vacancy and you went in and got a room.
So you don't call up and
Nope.
Did people travel out of town a lot?
I don't think as much. I mean, maybe short trips to see family that lives close by, but not long distance trips.
Was the depot open?
No.
have you lived in Mitchell your whole life?
Most of my life. When I first got married, we moved to Aberdeen and lived there for 3 years and then came back.
How often did you walk places?
A lot. Most of the time until I got a driver's license, either walk or bike.
In general, how did transportation change?
It changed a lot when I got a car. I never did ride on a railroad car, so those had been phased out probably 10 years, before, as far as riding from city to city or town to town. People didn't fly nearly as much. If you went somewhere, you drove. At least the majority of people around here.
So airplanes weren't a big factor.
No.
How old were you when you learned how to drive?
Well, I can remember driving a tractor at like 12, 13 on the farm. But we took driver's ed and then got our license at 16.
Is the driver's license situation the same as it is for us now? So like at 14 you can get a learner's permit and then you have a time restriction?
I don't remember the learner's permit. I mean, farm kids always drove, but they weren't on public roads. But I don't remember it. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm old. You forget things.
What was your longest road trip?
We went to Napa, California in a pickup with a camper. My brother was getting married, and right out of college he moved to California, so we went from Mitchell to Napa, California.
How many days did that take?
Oh, it probably was a week, because we did stop in Montana to visit a relative, and I would say 5 to 7 days.
What was the safety like in cars back then? Like
There
seatbelts
was
and
none.
airbags?
Even when my first child was born in 72, they didn't have baby car seats. You held them on your lap, or they had these little just infant seats that had no restraints, really. Yeah, there was none.
So if there was a car crash, were they more like fatal?
Well, I would assume. I don't know. People didn't drive as fast either.
Oh yeah. Because the speed limit's changed.
Yeah.
Do you remember how fast it was?
No, I really don't. But, you know, I'm saying interstate was probably 60. You know, so I'm not sure.
What type of navigation did you use? Like, how did you know where to go?
Road maps, that was it. That's all we had.
How much was it to buy a car?
In like 1965, probably $2,000 to $3,000.
Was that a lot then? Or?
Well, yeah, you had to take out loans and things for cars. I mean, the average wage was probably maybe 5,000.
Oh.
My first teaching contract was in 1970, and my salary was 6,000 something, 6,900 or something like that.
How much was gas?
About 30 cents a gallon.
Did you ride a bus ever or often?
No, we didn't have buses. Well, there may have been school buses, but no, I didn't ride a bus ever.
Well, thank you for letting us
that was
interview
it.
you.
And I studied for so long for this.
Thank you.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Have a good rest of your day.
I will. I have the boat running. I need to go park.